And you say, Ebro, why do you say that? That's what the Super Bowl is for. That's what people get out there and do. They get up there and they play everyone's favorite songs. That's the job. Well, I've never known Kendrick Lamar to get...
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Please like the video and subscribe. Our target is only 1,000 likes. Of course, he performed Not Like Us. In the lead up to Kendrick Lamar's headline performance at the Super Bowl halftime show, most of the chatter focused on whether he would play the song that was effectively the knockout blow in the months-long battle with Drake last year, the song that became Kendrick Lamar's signature hit and a generational anthem, the song that won both Record and Song of the Year at the Grammys just a week ago, the song that appeared to recalibrate hip-hop power rankings, perhaps permanently. So yes, Kendrick Lamar played the song, towards the end of the set, of course, building up anticipation with a couple of brief musical nods to it, toying with the audience's emotion and thirst.
And you say, Ebro, why do you say that? That's what the Super Bowl is for. That's what people get out there and do. They get up there and they play everyone's favorite songs. That's the job. Well, I've never known Kendrick Lamar to get up in front of people and just do what they expect. It's never happened. True. When did that happen? At what concert? At what award show? Where? Poor, show me.
I think it dawned on me yesterday. It was like he literally now has made it. He's never compromised at any point.
Never.
Now, in his lack of compromising, he's become the biggest he's ever been, by far surpassing any expectation he ever even had. Why would he compromise now?
Well, and by the way, remember the Super Bowl, they invite you. It's not like there's a petition to get selected or...
Unless you're Lil Wayne. Sorry, hit the button one more time. I'm sorry.
Wow. Why would you do that, man? What's wrong with you, bro? Come on, man. Come on, man. Why are you doing this? But, yeah, no, y'all invited me. I'm going to show up and do me.
Now, do you think the NFL considered in any way, like, the idea that being involved in the Drake thing, like, if God forbid somehow something went left after this point, they could somehow be liable for it?
I don't know the answer to that, but what I do know is that Rock Nation produces the halftime show. So that's the agreement. From what I understand, once they select the person, it's what it is. And so I don't see why, they would be liable for something that is already out in public. It's not like they premiered the song at the Super Bowl. It's not like they're saying that they endorsed Kendrick's messaging. It's not like they're saying that they, I think that lawsuit is so fraudulent, it's crazy.
But are you talking about lawsuits, Rosenberg, or are you talking about other stuff?
No, I'm talking about I'm talking about if something, I don't know, man.
Right, he said liable, so that's lawsuit.
In that case, I mean lawsuit, but right. I'm saying if God forbid, this was the moment that was so embarrassing for Drake that it sent him to some bad sort of spin, right? Would that fall back on all the people that were involved in...
Well, I got news for you. If they try that, meanwhile, Drake, at your shows, you're changing lyrics to songs and saying, y'all couldn't kill me, I didn't die. And also walking around with bullet holes in your sweatshirt with smoke coming out the back. So
he said beef is live. I never died.
Beef is live. He says beef is live. Mm-hmm. I'm not dead. They couldn't kill me.
Yeah.
So he's still leaning in. So at what point is it now? What are we doing here? You don't want this to go away either, bro.
No, this is up. How they say up and it's stuck?
It's up and it's stuck. And by the way, most
people say it will do it.
Most people I know that are anywhere near any of this want it to be over.
Well,
he said game over himself, right?
Well, see that it's weird.
Hit the button.
Yeah, hit the button because
who said game over?
You can't dictate when the game is over.
Congratulations. At the end of his performance.
Nah, you can't do that.
It said game over in.
Yeah. No, I thought. Yeah, I saw that. I saw most.
I don't know if that. Listen, saying game over. If you're like, hey, I think it's over, man. In fact, I'm going to write game over in drones. That doesn't mean it's over.
I don't. Was that? No, I think that was the seats were lighting up. I think it was lighting on the seats.
All I know is I saw the lights.
Well, I will say this. I don't even think that performance was about Drake. Drake is just a proxy. I think that's what people are really getting screwed up since this.
No, it was more about America. It was definitely more about America and the view of the right and white America towards black America than it was about Drake. It was more of that. It was literally called, he said, Sam Jack says at the beginning, welcome to the great American game. The game was America.
Both things can be true in real life.
Oh, no, he took the shots.
No, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying listen.
It's a double entendre all day.
It has more than one meaning for sure.
Facts.
But once again, going back to the whole thing, did it get personal? Yes. Was it specifically between Kendrick and Drake? Yes. Drake is not that important. The reason Drake's in this is because he is a sickness in the game. It could have been any artist. It's what Drake represents. We've been saying this for months. People love Drake. They love his music. We love his music. He's beloved. He's not willing to go rip his soul from the bottom and do ayahuasca and look himself in the mirror as Kendrick had prescribed to him. On what song was that? Euphoria? No.
Seems like it's about Drake, but continue.
No, but it's about what the game does to someone who's trying to dominate it.
Right.
That's the moral of the story. A lot of artists have been through what Drake's going through.
Not too many years. It's just uncharted territory.
No, you see, once again, you guys are missing the point.
No, we're not.
Yes, you are. Somebody who's chart chasing, just trying to dominate the game and losing themselves while they're trying to chase the game. You guys are just focused on the battle. You're not focused on the actual sickness.
But Drake's level's never been reached in hip hop before either.
Right, because nobody's ever had this level of sickness before, where they're trying to be an art. You're trying to dominate R&B. You're trying to dominate hip hop. You're trying to dominate pop. You're trying to have people write your records. You're trying to do all of these things simultaneous. And oh, by the way, you're also behind the scenes doing people dirty. Like he's trying. Like it hasn't happened at this level before. You're right.
But no, hold on. Are you Dave Free, bro? That's also, let's be realistic. He's also the most successful mainstream rapper of all time.
Yeah, yes.
Right. You can't leave that part and all the things
I just said that. Right. I just said that.
And Kendrick is too.
Kendrick is what?
They're just
very successful. Kendrick is not a success. Rosenberg.
Very successful, but he's not a pop star the way.
No. But Kendrick is up there, bro. Like, and that's another thing.
He is.
People are not giving Kendrick his props. Like, this is kind of in a way when people put Drake on this level, they also don't put Kendrick up there. Kendrick is up there, guys.
I think people know that.
He's up there. He's done it. Like, to Ebro's point, he's done it in a moral way. To Ebro's point, more staying true to hip hop and more in a moral way. But he's also up there. Like, let's not act like these guys.
All I'm talking about is what the halftime show was highlighting, which is how you're going to play the game, the quote game.
The American.
That's what the whole thing was about. Drake has decided to play the game in a way where he went from the suburban kid who lived with his mom, and all of a sudden now you've got mob ties and bullet holes in your sweatshirt with smoke coming out the back. Where Kendrick was trying to be more true to his origins and what is important to him. What was important to Drake was the money, the chart dominance, co-opting other styles into his style. That was his thing. And he was very successful at it, and that came with a price tag. Versus the other guy who's also had a price tag associated with the route he chose, which was it was a harder way to go. It was more critical. He had albums that people loved and hated. He had a lot, you know what I mean? Like, that came with a price tag also. And so all I'm saying is in the halftime playing the game, both of these gentlemen that are doing this are really just representations of choices that we all have to make when we go out in the world, right? We make the same choices on this program. You know how much stuff we refuse to do because it goes against our beliefs?
Right. It's the dark versus the light. and not literally, but
literally. Damn, Shawnee, you made it. Damn, you brought complexion into it. Yo, hit Shawnee with the button, man.
Always gotta do that, bro.
Yo, but I'll be real. He is speaking facts.
You know what I'm saying?
He is speaking facts.
And I understand the action figures of it, but it could be Batman or the Joker this time, or it could be Superman and Lucifer. It's just those are the action figures that we're looking at.
But
ultimately, like you said, it's the battle that he was presenting.
But that also represents the challenge of perspective, because who are you to say who's the dark and who's the light? Like even with like you say Batman, if you're looking at it from somebody's perspective, they might look at Batman and be like, Batman's the bad guy, but.
No, it's 100%. It's 100% perspective, and that's why I say it wasn't. I'm not even talking about right and wrong when I say this, right? And the congrats goes to anybody that, like where I started, anybody that thought Kendrick was gonna get out there and just play the hits. That hasn't been the route that he chose. He didn't choose that route. He chose a different route, and I would say a more difficult route. A more dangerous route.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Laura, what you got on your list today?
Mine's just a quick one that I'm sure it happened a lot. Glorilla. So we love Glorilla, but she gave herself the button. She gave herself her button.